UDOT says our bridges are ready for earthquakes, thanks in part to many of the preparations made leading up to the 2002 Olympics. But, though a handful had repairs after that Magna quake, they point out that they all stood up to the pressure.
There are well over 3,000 bridges managed by UDOT across Utah.
Our bridges are just kind of the lifeline to society.
Mark Daniels is a structures design manager at UDOT. He says while the flyover bridge at 13th for I-215 southbound was closed down briefly in 2020 for a minor repair, it was still standing and safe.
They had an issue with the expansion joint. A plate came off, and so we were able to get maintenance out and kind of weld it back together.
4 more bridges underwent improvements later on, but in the days after the quake, UDOT engineers quickly checked about 700 bridges in just a few days.
And so it gave us a chance to test out the protocols that we have in place to go out and inspect bridges.
They regularly do the same statewide, nowadays using an in-house app to quickly compile all of their findings.
I think it's really important just to make sure that the bridges are functioning safe and that everything's in place for the traveling public, that there's no issues.
And as technology and standards improve, he says UDOT is quick to adopt those into newer projects. Redundancies are in place so that if, say, a crack happens here, reinforced measures elsewhere will keep everything in place, so that in the event of an even bigger quake.
The way that we design our bridges, I think that they will be able to withstand an event here. Likely you will see some damage to them, but I don't think that we will see any safety issues.
And Daniels adds that UDOT will run some of these same checks preparing for the next big earthquake during the Great Utah Shakeout coming up on April 17th. Back to you.
Yeah, that event, Mike, certainly has given us more understanding and importance to that great shakeout that we will take part in coming up in a few months. Thank you for that report. Speaking of the big one, news specialist Shara Park spoke with state emergency leaders who talk about that we are at risk of a larger earthquake. We've been told that for many years. You can find that interview on our KSL Plus app and on our Facebook page.